Namaskar and welcome to this edition of Today in Bharat's History. On behalf of Gatha Story, I am Amar Vyas and a very warm welcome to today, the 17th of April 2024. Today is Ram Navami Day, so we begin this episode by praying to Prabhu Shri Ram and on behalf of his anniversary, which is very special day today. This will be the first Ram Navami, which will be celebrated in the new temple at Ayodhya. So let us begin. Today is Chaitra Naumi in Shukla Paksha. So the ninth day in the bright fortnight of Chaitra month today. And in addition to celebrating Ram Navami all over the country, and in fact in many other parts of the world, where people would either fast, they would sing prayers, hymns, shloks of Prabhu Shri Ram, they will visit temples, there'll be celebrations all over the world. Today also marks several other important historical occasions. First of them being the anniversary of Swami Ramdas or Samarth Ramdas, who was a saint from Maharashtra in the 1600s, around the time of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. In fact, he was the spiritual guru or advisor of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. There are quite a few legends associated with him, but he is probably most well known for his a shlok or a stotra dedicated to Hanumanji called Bhimarupi Maharudra. And I'll add a link to Suresh Wadkarji's narration or rendition of this beautiful stotra. Uh, I personally believe that it is the equivalent of Hanuman Chalisa in Marathi. And I don't want to compare the two shloks. I mean, both are dedicated to Hanumanji, of course. But that's the impact that I wanted to convey of this particular work. Today is also the birth anniversary of Nisargadatta Maharaj in 1890s. Earlier, a very well-known spiritual advisor, guru, and a saint who lived on pretty much for another 30 or 40 years after independence and had quite an impact on people. Today also happens to be Swami Narayan Jayanti, and you might wonder on 3rd of April or thereabouts when we had last published the episode of Today in Bharat's History, I had also mentioned about Swami Narayan Jayanti, and today in Kal Nirnay Marathi, it states that the event occurs today as well. That's one of the beauties of following the Hindu lunar calendar. One event may occur on multiple days. Just last week, a lot of states, a lot of regions in our country celebrated the New Year. Yugadi, Gudi Padwa, Puthandu, Navabaras for the Bengalis. So happy, Samvatsar to all of you. We are in the year 2081, Krodhi being the name of the year. So with that, I would also like to talk about a couple of historical events. Today is the second day of the Sai Baba Utsav in Shirdi. Sai Baba was another revered saint, originally from Maharashtra. He's prayed, of course, in multiple parts of our country. Today is the end of the Chaitra Navratri. So those of you who were fasting for the past 9 days, praying to either Lord Sri Ram or to the Devi, today marks the conclusion of that Navratri. About Dhiran Chinnamalai, for those of you who may not know, he was a freedom fighter who fought for our nation's independence. He hailed from the state of Tamil Nadu, a region known as Kongu, which is largely around the hills in the northwestern part of the state, Coimbatore, Nilgiris, that region. And he was born on this very day in 1756. And he fought against the British. Unfortunately, he lost. He was arrested and later executed in 1805. He was a tribal chieftain and locally known as a Palayak Karar. Today also marks the Punyatithi of Sarvapalli Radhakrishnanji, who was the second president of our country. And today is also World Hemophilia Day. For those, it's a global event, but also has an impact or a significance or a bearing on our country. Hemophilia, of course, deals with bleeding disorders, and this day is meant to create awareness about hemophilia. We talk about the 16th of April, which was yesterday. Two important events. Yesterday was Himachal Pradesh Day in 1948. This beautiful state in our country was formally created. And yesterday was also the anniversary of railways in India. 1853, the first train ran between Boribandar, which is now known as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, and Thane. Of course, the railway was known as GIP, or Great Indian Peninsular Railway, at that time. So, for all practical purposes, it is the birthday of Indian Railway Network, or the first train running in our country. With that, I would also like to apologize for not publishing episodes for nearly a couple of weeks. I had been traveling, and even though I had quite a lot of material that I wanted to record, there were certain limitations which prevented me from doing so. But starting this week, we will be back to our original goal of publishing at least 2 episodes a week, and we will be back shortly with another episode of Today in Bharat's History. If you like this episode, found this information useful, please leave a review or a feedback, and please subscribe to this channel. It'll help us grow.